Well, this finale really ended in an unconventional way, though admittedly I wasn't really quite surprised by it. But still, I do appreciate the bittersweet sentiment that it does portray. While episode 7 was low-key disappointing, or one of the weaker episodes, it did play well into this finale. So let's dive right into it. Spoilers as usual. Right off the bat, Morgan Elsbeth. A completely forgettable character this entire season. I even forgot that she existed in this show in the first place, since she was basically sitting in the sidelines so much, not in the fray, not in the action, just simply making reports to Grand Admiraltron. She finally gets into action when she was upgraded with Night Sister Magic and the Blade of 1000. And the fight sequence with Ahsoka was so-so. It was okay, but overall she's just a very forgettable character. So her death didn't really mean anything to me, honestly. Even the stormtroopers were more memorable than her. After all, many have already speculated that Thrawn's army consisted of undead soldiers. Not that it was a very good plot point or anything, but this is the first time you see a stormtrooper overpower a Jedi in strength. But as usual, stormtroopers are just useless meat walls for them to be butchered in every single Star Wars show, so why are you even surprised at this point? Anyways, overall the action was kind of a mixed bag. Like I said, I kind of enjoyed Sabine's mixed combat style with her using blasters and lightsaber at the same time. I kind of wish we got to see more of Ezra without a lightsaber in action, but all's good, I'm not too picky about it. Oh yeah, before I forgot, I think we can all agree that it was good that Sabine has progressed so much in her Force abilities from episode 1 all the way until episode 8 now. As for character development wise, I guess one of the more heartwarming moments we had in this episode was Ahsoka's pep talk with Sabine. How she related to Sabine about making difficult decisions that some people may not understand. How she herself has done that when she was an apprentice of Anakin. And how she related this to Sabine's experience as a Padawan really shows. We started this entire season with so much beef and distrust between the two, but now we finally have them on more or less friendly terms after this whole ordeal, as master and apprentice. Since you basically have to consider now that they have only one another to depend on as they navigate this new circumstance that they are in, together with the Noti of course. Honestly, I have no problems with how this ended, and it was a very nice ending when we saw Hayden Christensen watching over his Padawan from afar as a Force ghost. As for Ezra, glad he's back home. I do find it odd though that he doesn't really take to heart so many of these things that just happened. It's like there's so much information for him to take in, like Thrawn is now back in the galaxy and he's home alone and he's stranded two of his friends down there. There's just so much to take in, but I guess it's because he's just so excited to get home back into the galaxy again. As for Thrawn, throughout the episode I don't really have any problems with his portrayal, but as I said in my thoughts about the previous episode, he was downplayed a lot. He just didn't really feel like an impactful villain at all. I do like how he spoke to Ahsoka out of a great deal of respect he had for her, but other than that I don't have much to say. But the series finale also leaves us with many cliffhangers for the next seasons, especially with Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati. Shin Hati is leading a group of mercs in this barren wasteland, so I doubt that there's anything for her to find. But we see Baylan finding... I guess many of us would probably be more excited about what Baylan has found, since we see a statue of the father and the son from Mortis, but the statue of the sister is gone. Though we did see that bird which she represented in this scene. Filoni will do what Filoni does, man. I don't know. So, am I excited for the second season of Ahsoka? Not really. This show was great, but honestly, they did fumble some plot points and kind of like threw everything down the drain in the last two episodes. We didn't have enough time with many of the characters, especially with Thrawn. I just want to see what they would bring to in the second season. We'll just have to wait till then. Perhaps they will be able to redeem themselves.